Hello everybody, and welcome to what will most likely be my longest video. This is my 2004 NASCAR diecast collection. Now I got over 100 cars to show off in this video today, so without further ado, let's just get started right now. We're going to start out with the only car that I have that was not actually run in a race. This is the Petty anniversary, STP's 50th anniversary with Richard Petty, or it might just be their 50th anniversary in total. I think it is just them in total, 1954 to 2004. I don't think they joined Richard Petty until the late 60s, so this is the 50th anniversary of Petty, or STP, and then you see Richard Petty on the side, you see his signature. It's a pretty cool car. I bought 3 or 4 of these, and I made some of my customs that I'll show off later in the video with those, because they're a really nice Dodge body from the year. Alright, now let's get into the Cup Series with the 01 car of Joni Nemechek. This one is his U.S. Army G.I. Joe scheme. I really like this one. It's got a nice camo color, and then it cuts off pretty severely with the black, but I think it looks really nice. I like the black hood. I do like that they didn't go with camo all over the car, because I'm not the biggest fan of camo. But there we go, that is the first of 3 Joni Nemecheks. Next up is his primary. This is the primary Army car that he had this year. In 2004, it's got the giant star on the side, the red trim on the bottom. I do like the red trim. It wraps all around the front of the car, all around the side. Does not go to the back of the car. But overall, a very good paint scheme for, I believe, MBM Motorsports. Or MB2 Motorsports, sorry, MB2 Motorsports. Very nice. I have 3 of the 4 Joni Nemecheks from 2004. Here is the Time Magazine Army car. This is my least favorite of the 3 that I have, but it's still a very nice one. On the hood is a Time Magazine issue, Person of the Year. It's got some Army veterans on there. Nice yellow on the side with, I do like the lighter yellow stars that are inside the darker yellow of the base side. Overall, very nice paint scheme. Every paint scheme Nemechek ran that year is very clean, very good, and most Army cars are. Alright, next up we have Ward Burton's Net Zero High Speed Chevrolet. This was his primary, the big Z for zero on both sides of this Haas Racing Chevrolet. I do like the red wraps around the back, going from the side there. Pretty nice paint scheme. I like the dial on the hood that goes over the Z, and it kind of looks like a speedometer. Overall, really nice paint scheme. And now we actually get into the numbers with the number 1. Well, we were in numbers, but the main numbers. Number 1, this is John Andretti's Maxwell House post car. It was not full-time this year for DEI. You see the Welcome Nextel. They were the new title sponsors, so they put some Welcome Nextel Daytona stickers, or rookie stickers on, rookie stripes, can't speak, on the back of some cars in 2004. Sorry if I was out of view there. Overall, a very nice paint scheme with the classic DEI stripes on the side. He wasn't full-time like I said, but he ran the 500 in this car, I'm pretty sure. I've watched the 04 500, but I don't remember off the top of my head if this one was running that race. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Very nice. Next up, we got Rusty Wallace. And first of Rusty's 2 cars that I have his Puddle of Mud Miller Lite car. Now, this is one of the first 2004 cars I ever had. This is a rubber-tired one, the better series. It's got some dust in there. I feel bad. I have to dust that later. But overall, it's a very nice paint scheme. I like the mud on the bottom. Puddle Mud's a good band. Nothing much to say. Just matte black, or sparkly black, with a really, really cool hood. I find that hood really cool with the band numbers. I think that's an album cover of theirs. I could be mistaken though. I'm pretty sure it is, however. Really menacing looking car. I like that one a lot. Alright, now the second of the two Rusty Wallaces I have, this is his, unfortunately the censored one, so it says Rusty instead of Miller. But this is his Kodak car with the red trim on the bottom. Not the biggest fan of red and yellow cars, but this one works. I don't like the black, however, that goes down the middle. I wish that was yellow or red, just to fully tie over the red and yellow theme to me. When did they get that giant shape in the back? Oh, man. That's unfortunate. I never noticed that. Pretty good looking paint scheme. Alright, now we go to the first custom of the video. This is, I believe, Jimmy Spencer drove this one. This is a Morgan McClure Racing number 4 Kodak car. I'm not sure where he drove this one, but this is one of the better customs I've done. I wish I cut the Kodak logo on the back more, and the MBM logos. I think I should have matched the red better, but overall, it's a pretty good custom. This is one of the first ones I did. Paper decals, I know, sorry. Anyone that triggers. But overall, I think I did a pretty good job for this being one of my first customs. Now we got Terry Labonte. This is his primary Got Milk Kellogg's Chevrolet from 04. Sparkly blue with the neon orange and the neon yellow numbers. Really cool car. Tony the Tiger stripes on the side. There's Tony on the hood, Got Milk. Overall, classic paint scheme. You got the Rice Krispie elves, or whatever they're supposed to be on the back, with some milk for Got Milk, and then you got the cornflakes bird as well. Classic Terry Labonte. And I also have Terry Labonte's Delphi Kellogg's car. This one's pretty cool. This one reminds me of like Jurassic Park. I don't know, these like red and yellow stripes that are like daggered, kind of look like teeth or like claw marks of like a dinosaur. I'm not sure why, but I feel like it looks like that. I feel it's a really nice paint scheme as well. Alright, now we got Mark Martin. You got Mark Martin's primary car. I found this one in a $5 or maybe $1 bin at McCacken, the muscle car and Corvette Nationals. And I was so surprised at how like good it is. Like, the only thing that's wrong is there's a couple scrapes on the roof. It's nearly perfect. And it was just thrown in there with a bunch of other garbage and random things, but it's such good quality for being thrown in with all the other junk. I'm super lucky to have found it in this condition. And it's a really nice paint scheme too. Alright, next up we have Mark Martin's Oscar Mayer Craft Ford. This is the first Mark Martin I got from 04, and a very nice paint scheme. He drove this one in the 500 because you can see those Nextel rookie stripes. Very interesting. I was surprised that Mark even ran like a car like this, because I thought he just had Viagra throughout those years, like completely. But no, I was surprised when seeing that he ran this one. You got Miracle Whip, Taco Bell, Maxwell House Craft, Kraft Singles, Velveeta Cheese, Planters Peanuts. I even see some other small ones that I can't make out, but a lot of food logos on this Mark Martin. And I also have this alternate inverted Mark Martin, this white Viagra Ford. I like this one better than the black one. It just stands out so well. Really cool paint scheme. The light blue and the white, and then the little black trim throughout the entire car just completes it. It looks super cool. This one might end up in my top 10 at the end of the video. Alright, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Here's his primary Budweiser Chevrolet. Bright red, king of the beer. DEI black stripe with the Bud crown on the back. Just a really cool paint scheme. Drove this one for a couple years and no asking why with a great paint scheme like this. It's just a classic. Now we got Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Dave Matthews Band Chevrolet. This one I'm pretty sure you drove at the Rock and Roll 400 race or however long it was at Richmond. Got that really sparkly Dave Matthews Band emblem, or what is that? I don't even know what that is, but really interesting emblem on the back, but it's really sparkly compared to the rest of the car. The only thing you can compare it to is like the outline on the 8, and you got those gold DEI stripes. Really cool. Really nice paint scheme. Alright, we got a whole row of Casey Kane, because I got that, the 6-pack. It has all of his cars except one, but I also have that one, so I have all the Casey Kanes they made in 2004. And first up, probably my second favorite of them all, is Casey Kane's hat striped Dodge Dealers Dodge. This one's a really cool paint scheme. I love the classic racing stripes down the middle with the white trim at the bottom of the car. This one's just a really cool race car. Alright, next up we have his late season primary. It changed a bit. I have two of these. They're both the same, but they're his late season primary. You can tell that it's late season because of this stripe here. Let me grab the early season one. You can see there's more stripe. It goes all the way to the back of the car on the late season compared to this one, which is the early season. It stops, does not go over that. Very minute details to tell the difference. But here is both the early season and the late season car. Basically the same. Casey Kane's classic red Dodge Dealers Dodge. I like saying that. The Dodge Dealers Dodge. It's funny. But yeah, really nice paint scheme. Super cool they got to come into the sport with one of the better paint schemes of the 2000s and one of the better and more recognizable paint schemes as well. Alright, now we got Casey Kane's Popeye. Not the food restaurant, but the cartoon, Popeye the Sailor Man. This is his Popeye's Dodge. Really like the lime green number. Kind of reminds me of Jeremy Mayfield's cars, which they didn't make Jeremy Mayfield's primary for that year, which is unfortunate. And I see a blemish there. This one's straight out of the package, so I haven't even touched this one yet. So that's unfortunate, but other than that, very nice paint scheme. Popeye, and I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who he's punching. I've seen one episode of Popeye, and I haven't seen the movies, so I have no clue. But a pretty cool car nonetheless. Very cartoony. Alright, next up is Casey Kane's Spy vs. Spy Dodge, another one that I just took out of the package. This is a really cool one. I do like Jeremy Mayfield's Spy vs. Spy car better, which you'll be seeing later in the video. That'll actually be probably the last car in this portion. I'm probably going to put all the portions together. I'm thinking of, I don't know, you'll see what I do, because I'm still haven't decided. But this is a really cool one. I like it better than the Popeye one. Yellow and black is always a cool combination, and the red with the yellow, it doesn't hurt as much to look at. because of the black. But this is a really cool one. Got the little guy there, the spy, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a magazine thing. Not sure though what it is like entirely. Alright, now we have Casey Kane's Mountain Dew car. I have this car in 1/24th scale, but now I have it in 1/64th scale, and it's a really cool car to have in both scales. I got the nice green wheels, the lighter shade of green throughout the rest of the car. Mountain Dew logos. This is just a really nice one. I like the all black front end. Makes the car look really mean. And the last of the Casey Kanes, probably my favorite Casey Kane that I have, is his Mopar car. He ran this at either the 600 or the Fall Charlotte race. It's whatever one he was leading, and then he had a blown tire with like 40 laps to go. He led like the entire race. Heartbreaker for him, I'm sure. Really cool paint scheme. Probably, if not my favorite, one of my top 10, which you'll see at the end of the video or in a later part, whatever I do, whatever I end up doing. But that's it for the Casey Kanes. Now we take a look at Scott rigs. I have two Scott rigs. First up is this Valvoline Wizard of Oz paint scheme. A bunch of drivers had Wizard of Oz paint schemes in 2004 because I believe it was the 50th? No, it had to be the 75th anniversary of the Wizard of Oz. I like the rusty metal on top. That's really cool, really creative, and just the metal throughout. I really like this one. This is probably my favorite Wizard of Oz car. I have one more of them, but there's a couple I don't have. Two more maybe. Actually, there might only be one that I don't have. I don't have the Elliott Sadler one. But this is probably my favorite, because I just like the rust and then the metal look, because it makes the car look pretty cool, in my opinion. Alright, now we have Scott Riggs's Harlem Globetrotters Chevrolet. I like the stars throughout the entire paint scheme, the big ball on the hood, the classic number 10 font, and the court on the back of the car is really cool. Nice touch to finish off this great paint scheme. It's just a really cool one. Yeah, really cool paint scheme. Alright, now we got Ryan Newman. Here is Ryan Newman's Alltel Dodge primary paint scheme from 2004. Just the classic Alltel with the black and blue stripes on the side. This is a Hot Wheels one. A lot of different manufacturers of the diecasts in 2004. You had Winter Circle, you had Action, Lionel, Hot Wheels, then you had the cheaper ones. I can't think of their name for some reason. Whatever this one, whatever made the Harlem Globetrotters car, them. I don't know why I can't think of them. But anyway, next up here is Ryan Newman's Mobil 1 Speed Pass car. Pretty much the same scheme, just with Mobil 1 on the hood, and then the stripes are red instead of blue. I think I do like this one better. Oh, here's another manufacturer. This is Team Caliber. Still can't think of the other one though. I don't know why. This is a very nice one. Now we got Ryan Newman's Alltel Justice League car. This one was run in Chicagoland. Mind the blemishes on the back. This is another one of the first ones I got from 2004. Before I started collecting 2004, I had this one. So it is not in the best condition, but other than the back, it really is fine. I don't really like this one because I don't really like superheroes, but it's a nice paint scheme nonetheless. American flag. Now we got Ryan Newman's Sony Vega Sony Handycam Dodge. This is a really nice one. I love the black and red stripes on the side. They kind of look like mountains. Really cool paint scheme this one is. Really awesome. Now we got my Michael Waltrip. This is his Coke 600 car, or Pepsi 400. He ran it at one of the patriotic races. Got stars all over it. Red and white DEI stripe on the side. Classic Napa logos all over it. This is a really cool one. Stars show up way better on with the flash on. You could barely see them when you're looking at it with your normal eyes, but they like kind of glow under the light. Just like the paint scheme, or like the base blue, it's very sparkly. Alright, Greg Biffle up next. This is Greg Biffle's Coca-Cola C2 Ford Taurus. Black and red with some silver and white and bubbles on the side. I still don't really know what Coca-Cola C2 is. Must have been a product of the era, because it did not make it to recent times. Overall, it's a decent paint scheme. That was another one of the first ones I got. Now we got Greg Biffle's Jackson Hewitt National Guard car. I just got this one as well, so this one should be in a race pretty soon if I make another. Classic Greg Biffle. I like the regular normal National Guard one better, but I don't have that one. I do have it in 1/24 scale though. Alright, now we got Matt Kenseth's DeWalt car. This one is from those I don't know what it's called, but it's like a special, more detailed Hot Wheels line of cars. The only really real difference is they paint like some of the interior and then they paint the bottom, so it's not really worth it, or wouldn't have been worth it at the time. But now that they're really the same price and like nobody really cares about them, they are nicer to have because there's more detail. More detail is always welcome. This is his classic DeWalt scheme. This one's really nice. I like it better than the 2003 one he ran when he won the championship, but I don't like it as much as his 2005 DeWalt paint scheme. Can't find where it goes to fit in the camera. Next up, Bobby Labonte. This is his Shrek 2 paint scheme. I love the ogre green and then all the green splotches of different shades of green all over the car. Looks really cool. There's Shrek on the side and Donkey on the back. I've never seen Shrek 2. I've seen the first one. The first one's pretty good. And I've seen Shrek the Halls, the Christmas one. That one's pretty good too. So maybe I should check this movie out. I like the red number on the green. The red and green really look nice. Overall, this is a really cool paint scheme. And I also have that paint scheme in the box. There's Shrek on the back. This is the higher quality one. It's got rubber tires. But I'm not going to take it out of the package unless this one gets lost or horribly damaged. It's standing in the back. Even though you can't see it, it's in the back. Now we have Bobby Labonte's Welbertine or Welburton XL. I don't know what this company is, but this one he ran at the Coke 600. Really cool red, blue, and yellow. I like this one a lot because the blue is kind of purpley. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera, but it's a very interesting blue, and it really looks nice with the yellow and the red. One of my favorites. Yeah, it's pretty purple, honestly. Yeah, I don't know if it really picks it up on the camera. It's like not, maybe you could see the difference between the 15 and the 18, but it's not too noticeable. Now here is Bobby Labonte's MBNA D-Day car. This is the 60th anniversary, 1944. Yeah, 60th anniversary of D-Day. Pretty interesting one. Looks like a plane. It's got the metal rivets all over it and the yellow back, and then the checkered front end. Very interesting paint scheme. That one I believe was run at Pocono. Could be mistaken. No, I'm pretty sure it was run at Pocono. Correct me in the comments if I'm completely off. This one though was run in the duel. This is the All-Star NHL Jeremy Mayfield. This one was sponsored by the Minnesota Wild, I believe, on the other side. Maybe not, but I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe it just reminds me of the Wild, because like the Star and then maybe it's the North Stars. Probably the North Stars, Minnesota North Stars, before they moved to Dallas. I don't know when they did move, but that might be what it is. It's a really cool paint scheme nonetheless. It's got the 2003 front end, but it is a 2004 car because it was run in the duels. The first thing they would have done. Next up are two more Jeremy Mayfields before I'll clear the desk. This one is very interesting. I had no idea this car was even made. It was not on any of the 2004 lists, but if you're a 2004 collector, keep an eye out for this one. This is Jeremy Mayfield's Mountain Dew Dodge. It comes in a Mountain Dew can, and I had no idea it existed. He ran this at Darlington, one of the Darlington races, and it's a really cool paint scheme. But the really cool thing is, like I said, I had no idea they made this paint scheme. And it also, like I said, came in a Mountain Dew can, so it's a really cool thing to have just on the shelf. Really nice paint scheme there. No more room in the frame. I'm going to put it off to the side. And last for this part before I reset the frame, here is Jeremy Mayfield's Spy vs. Spy Dodge. Really cool. I do like this one more than the Casey Kane one, just because of the green. I like green race cars, and green and red is always a nice combo. Reminds me of Christmas and all the other things in the world that are green and red. But this is a really cool one. I do like the other Mayfields I have better. And they didn't make Jeremy Mayfield's, I don't know if I said this, but they didn't make Jeremy Mayfield's primary car, just the red, the classic red one, and with the green number in 2004. So if I wanted to have that one, I'll have to make a custom for that. But let me reset the frame, and we will continue with the next round of cars. Alright, I've cleared the desk, and I'm back with round two. We're going to start with Tony Stewart now. Here is Tony Stewart's classic Home Depot Chevrolet. This is a really nice one. It's got a metal grill. Both the grills are real metal, and it's come off before. I think I fixed it with some sticky tack, so it might look a little lopsided, but it sticks now. Really nice orange car. I love Tony Stewart's early 2000s Home Depot cars, no matter which manufacturer, Pontiac or Chevrolet. Alright, now I have Tony Stewart's Coca-Cola C2 Chevrolet. He ran this at the Summer Daytona race along with the C2 car that I have for Greg Biffle. There was a bunch of those C2 cars in that race, and it was funny because that was the Pepsi 400, so Coke decided to sponsor a bunch of different cars in the Pepsi race. So a bit of bickering between brands. Next up, we got another one of my favorites. This is Ricky Rudd's primary, I believe it's his primary, his Keep It Genuine Ford Parts and Services car. This is another one of those that have the painted bottoms and interiors, just like the Matt Kenseth car. This was the only way to get this car in 2004. You had to get the better quality one, but this is just a beautiful paint scheme. So classic Wood Brothers. This one might make my top 10. I'll have to take a look at all of them again. Alright, next up, another Ricky Rudd. This is his Motorcraft Ford, classic Motorcraft red scheme. Had this for quite a while. The yellow numbers, red, black striping on the side. Pretty interesting designs that he always had on these cars. Very nice. But I do like this next Ricky Red that I have a little bit better. This one is his Air Force car. It has really the same striping on the side, but it's blue, and I love blue and yellow cars. The yellow numbering on top and the yellow spoiler really looks nice on this car, especially with the gray siding with the little yellow trim. I really like this Air Force car. Not as much as I have Elliott Sadler's, a couple of his Air Force cars when he was in the 21. Those are really nice. Next up, here is Scott Wimmer's Caterpillar Dodge. This is his primary from that year. Classic Caterpillar scheme. I love it when they have the cat rental on the hood. I have a Ward Burton from 2003 that does the same thing, and I do like it better because the primary like paint scheme, like the black and yellow, looks better than this one. But I do love it when they put the cat rental on the deck lid. If I said hood, I meant deck lid. Alright, now we've moved on to Jeff Gordon, and I have two of this same car. This is his, I have both of them. This is the rubber tire one, this is the non-rubber tire one, so I'll show off the rubber tire one. This is his Pepsi car from 2004. This is a really nice one. This one's nicknamed the Shards car, just because of all those like weird little pieces of glass or crystal that are all over the side of this race car. It's such a beautiful car. Jeff Gordon's Pepsi schemes from really the beginning of his career all the way till the end of his career. Every Pepsi car he's had is just so good. Even moving to Chase Elliott, some of the ones he had, I'm pretty sure were pretty great. Pepsi race cars are just awesome looking, man. Like the blues on this car, just really nice. Alright, now we have Jeff Gordon's primary DuPont Chevrolet. It's not really any different from the 03 or 05, really similar. But they didn't really need to change it because it's the classic Flames scheme. You've all seen it before. Bright yellow numbers, red front end, and moving on to the side, you got red. The paint is pretty sparkly, but surprisingly not as sparkly as the Michael Waltrip car that I showed earlier. That car was really sparkly. Now we got another one of my favorites. This is Jeff Gordon's throwback car. I don't remember where he ran this. This might have been at the All-Star race, actually. I think it was at the All-Star race in Charlotte. But just a really nice throwback to the Rainbow Warriors, which was really only a couple of years before. I think the last year he ran this was like 2000. Maybe 99, I'm not sure. One of the two. But this is a really nice paint scheme, especially on the later Gen 6 cars, I believe. Gen 5, I don't remember. 5 or 6, whatever. But it looks really good on the later ones. This is super nice. If you're wondering why I have so many Jeff Gordons and Casey Canes, like I said, I got those 6-packs. It comes with this one came with every Jeff Gordon that they made in 2004, and then the Casey Kane one had every Casey Kane except that Mopar car that I showed you that I had to buy separately. Now we have Jeff Gordon's Pepsi Billions scheme. I don't like this one as much as the Shards car, but this one is still really nice. The bright silver, the shiny silver. Looks like the metal that was on the 10 car. But it's really nice, especially with like the gold. It like kind of ends in some gold flake. Really ties like the Billions in, like the Billions logo. Really good to play for a Billion car, really nice. Jeff Gordon had some outstanding paint schemes in 2004. Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. This is Jeff Gordon's Wizard of Oz car. Some yellow and brown to match the lion, sorry, on the hood. Kind of matches the colors and the flames. It looks good, but it's nowhere near the other ones. just in frame. Alright, now back to form with the Jeff Gordons. Here is his Hendrick Motorsports 20th anniversary car. Every Hendrick car had a silver variant that year. This is the only one I have, though. But this one's a really nice one. I dare say this one's better than his standard flame scheme, and I wish he ran this one more, because this is a really nice paint scheme. The dark silver going into like the more metallic metal. Oh, it's really nice. There's the Hendrick 20th logo. Really good paint scheme. Alright, that'll do it for Jeff Gordon. Now we got Brian Vickers. Here is Brian Vickers dietouch.com GMAC Chevrolet. This is rookie year. This is his primary paint scheme that year. And it's pretty nice, pretty clean. Darker blue with the black with the lighter blue outlines. Look really nice. Yeah, overall a pretty clean scheme. I'll give you a little close up here. That one's got the rubber tires. And I finally thought of the brand. It's Racing Champions. They had two lines. They had the premium Racing Champions and they had the regular Racing Champions. That one's a premium, and none of them... Oh, here's a regular one. This one is a regular one. This isn't a real car they raced. This is this real steel variant. I'm pretty sure it's real steel or it's bare metal, because they looked identical. They just called them two different things for some reason. But this one wasn't really ran. This is the same paint scheme as that one, just instead of the black, it has some like bare metal. I think it still looks cool, and I'm gonna still collect them even though they weren't really run, because like it's just another variant of the car. They could have very easily run it if they wanted to, because it's just the same car with no black wrap. Well, I don't know. Did they still paint the cars? I don't know. I think they might have still painted the cars at the time. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. Here is Kevin Harvick's Icebreakers Chevrolet. I really like this car. I love the deep blue with the ice pattern with the gray and the black. It's kind of like Arctic camo. This one's probably one of my favorites. It's just such a really nice race car. Liquid Ice is what it's called. Liquid Ice Mints. Super cool race car. Alright. Next up, we have another Kevin Harvick. This is another one of my favorites. This is his Snap-on Tools Chevrolet. This is a really nice one. I love the matte black with the gray, like, American flag stripes. And then the wrenches coming off the front. This is just a really fun time. Bunch of silver wrenches all over the car. The white rear end. This is a really nice one. This is an underrated paint scheme. I never really think of this. I think of my 2004 cars. I think of the Icebreakers one, the Jeff Gordons that I all like. I never think of this one, but that one's really nice. Now we got another Kevin Harvick. This one I also have two of. This is his Coca-Cola C2 car. I have one in the package. It's really dusty. I gotta clean it off. It's the same car as this. This is his Coca-Cola C2. This is another one that was running the Pepsi 400. I'm not a big fan of this one. I do like the Tony Stewart ones better and the Greg Biffle one, but it's still a pretty good looking car. If I ever wanted to do the Pepsi 400, I believe they do have another one that I don't even have. I can't remember who it was. Actually, that might be all of the C2 cars. There might be one more. Don't know off the top of my head, but there could be. Next up, another Kevin Harvick. This is Kevin Harvick's Team Realtree car. This one's cool. The orange and white. It reminds me of his first couple cars right after he took over for Dale Earnhardt Sr. I do like the camo, like the wood that's like inside the stripes. This is another one of the first ones I got before I started collecting the 2004 cars. But this one was right before, so it's still in very good condition. Really nice paint scheme. Kevin Harvick, although he did not do very well in 2004, he's certainly delivered with some of the best paint schemes, including this next one, which is run at the Coke 600. Speaking of Dale Earnhardt Sr., this is his Dale Earnhardt Sr. throwback. Now, if you think the grill's too big, it is. It's a misprint. The grill is like outside of where the grill should be. Here for comparison, look how much longer the grill is on this one. It does annoy me to no avail because I love this paint scheme. But honestly, it's my fourth favorite Kevin Harvick paint scheme that I have. Not even just because of the grill, just because of how stacked the other ones are. But yeah, this is another really nice one. Alright, now we move on. They didn't make a Jeff Green, the number 30 car in 2004, but they did make a Robbie Gordon number 31 singular wireless car. This one's a really nice one. I do like this primary better than the 2003 primary, because the 2003 primary was black, and then they had the alternate that was orange, like this one. But this one, the primary was orange and the alternate was black. And I much rather see this bright orange car go around the track most often instead of the black one. So, little piece of 2004 trivia for you. Alright, now we get into Ricky Craven. Now, here is both of my Ricky Cravens. They're the same car. This is the one I bought on eBay to replace this one. This one I got at a toy fair when I was about like 6. I did not add these chips. These chips were there. It was in like a 5-cent bin, just full of Hot Wheels, and there was a couple NASCARs, including this one, and I really liked this one. I used to think this was Scott Pruitt before I like learned about NASCAR history and all the different drivers who drove. But yeah, this one has a special place in my heart, and this paint scheme is just awesome nonetheless. Look how nice the Tide Ride is. It's always been perfect, no matter if it's Darrell Waltrip, Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd even. He drove it for a while. Anyone but Ricky Stenhouse. A lot of Rickies have driven the Tide car, I just realized. That's strange. Almost everyone I just named is a Ricky. All right. Now we move on to Kerry Earnhardt and his Tracker Boats Happy Father's Day number 33, another Dale Earnhardt Sr. throwback. Now, this one's got a cracked windshield. I bought this one on eBay. The spoiler's glued on, but this one's usually really expensive. I might just throw in the towel at some point because I do need the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Father's Day car. So I might just buy the pack that has both of them so I can get this car again. Because it's such a nice paint scheme. I kind of want a car that doesn't have a cracked windshield and a glued spoiler. But other than that, the paint scheme is pretty nice, or pretty clean. There's just a few chips, minor chips. But yeah, at some point I might end up with a nicer one straight out of the package. There's also a scrape on the side there. That's alright. Not every car can be perfect. Alright, now here is a 2004 preview car. I'm not going to show it really quick. I'm not going to show it for too long. This is a 2004 preview, Elliott Sadler. He didn't run this exact scheme and not on this exact car model. That was just a preview. Oh, actually, I'm just going to keep it out of the scene. We have enough cars to fill the scene. Alright, now to the real Elliott Sadlers. I don't have his primary yet. I'm going to have to get that one at some point. But I do have, here is his Halloween car. This is a pretty cool one. It's got the green M&M dressed up as a cat. The orange M&M is dressed up as, I don't even know. And the red M&M is a vampire. And it's pretty cool. I like the black and orange. And right on the lighter orange, pumpkin orange base with the green outline number. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty spooky. Alright, now we have Elliott Sadler's, this is his 4th of July car. The red M&M is a grill dad, yellow M&M is a patriot, and the blue M&M is wearing a baseball cap and lighting sparkler. So, very patriotic. Just like the Halloween car, fits very well with its holiday, assigned holiday. And last Elliott Sadler that I have, this is his black and white car that he drove at Daytona. And he drove it, I think, also at Rockingham. And if this is the car that if you search up NASCAR, you get a picture of the 2004 Daytona 500, and you'll definitely see this car. because it got the pole. He didn't start from the pole, but that's only because he had to change an engine. And I never knew that. Look at that in there. It says Nextel Cup Limited Edition. I never saw that. It doesn't look like it's on any of the other cars that I have. That's really cool. It doesn't say anything different on the bottom. See, there's the stripes from the 500. Very cool paint scheme. Very interesting paint scheme. But good looking nonetheless. Alright, now we move on to all the Chip Ganassi cars. Here is, this is Sterling Marlin. Here's Sterling Marlin's Prilosec car. I got this one in a random bag full of NASCARs at, where even was this? This was at Volo, the Volo Auto Museum. I didn't even think I saw this car in there. I think I saw like a Johnny Benson from like 2000. So I bought it, and it had a couple Hot Wheels. It had like a monster truck in it. It was just a bunch of random stuff. But this car happened to be in there as well. I'm still not 100% sure if this is 2004 or 5. I think it's 04 though. I'm pretty sure. It's on all the lists of NASCARs from 04. I'll have to read into that. So this one could be 2005, but I'm pretty sure it's 04. Like 90% sure. I'm open to comments about if it's not or not though, because I'd like to know. And now here's one that I definitely know is from 04. This is Sterling Marlin's Kentucky Derby car. The Coors Light. I don't have the silver bullet yet, but this one will make do for now. It's got a horse on the side. The Kentucky Derby logo or whatever that is. 130th running. It's just crazy. In 2004, they were already at 130. That's wild to me. Next up, we have Casey Mears. This is another one of my favorites. The Target Dodge. Really beautiful paint scheme. I love all the Casey Mears, all the Jimmy Spencers, all the Target cars that they ran. So cool. Not much to say about it. It's just red and white, really, but the way they make it look with I like all the little targets on the side. It's really cool. Fits like the Target theme, I guess. And last of the Ganassi cars, this is Jamie McMurray's Haviland Dodge. Very nice black and red scheme with the bright yellow Haviland logo. Look at how cool that car is. Alright, now to Richard Petty Motorsports. Here is Jeff Green's Lucky Charms car. This is a very ugly car. I'll just say it. This car does not look very good. The pink and the yellow. Unfortunately, this is like one of the most expensive cars from 2004. I think I bought this for like $45. I mean, I'm sure you could find it for cheaper, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. At the time, this one I didn't find anywhere on eBay, so I had to settle for that one. This is much better. His old El Paso car, his Cheerios car, Chex, all the different foods, Pop Secret, Hamburger Helper, Pillsbury Doughboy, all the different things that are under that banner. I don't even know what banner that is. Oh, Betty Crocker, there it is. Betty Crocker? Yeah, Betty Crocker. Not Davy Crockett. Betty Crocker. Yep, classic Richard Petty Motorsports, blue and yellow. And now we get to Kyle Petty, and then I'll clear the stage one last time, and I'll show you the last couple cars. Here before, we got Kyle Petty's Brawny Jeep Georgia Pacific car. Very nice, patriotic. Looks like a barbecue or like a picnic. Just ready to bring the paper plates and celebrate America. Very nice. And here is his Brawny car. Now I got this one, and I got the same car in the 124 scale on eBay for about $14. Both the small one and the big one. It didn't come with a box, or The small one did. This one did, but not the 1/24 scale. That's okay. This one also has the welcome Nextel stripes. Very cool. I actually got room for it. Come on in. All right, that is round 2, and let's finish with round 3. There are not as many cars as round 1 or 2, but it'll also have my top 10. Actually, no, that'll be round 4. Whatever. All right, I'm back, and I've got the last load of cars, and we're gonna start out with Jimmy Johnson. Now, I'm not really sure which car this is. This, I think it's just his primary car, but it also might be the preseason one. I don't remember which one I got. They look identical, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just his classic Lowe's Chevrolet. It's a really nice paint scheme. This is the one that Alex Bowman threw back to this year at Darlington, so it's obviously a very famous paint scheme. Very nice car indeed. And I'm gonna move the camera up a bit. Oh, no, I like it back here. Get him in view a bit. Alright, now I have one more Jimmy Johnson. This is Jimmy Johnson's Tool World, Lowe's Tool World Chevrolet. This is a weird one. I did not ever know I didn't ever know he ran this car until recently. But it's a very interesting car. There's some tools on the side, obviously for Tool World. The wheels have like a little yellow trim, which looks nice. But yeah, very nice looking car. And a very cool piece. Didn't ever know existed. I knew it existed, I just, before I looked on like the list of all the 2004 cars, I had no idea who ever ran that car. Alright, now we get to Ken Schrader. Here is Ken Schrader's early season Schwann's car. This is the one he ran, I think, for the first couple weeks of the season. Pretty plain. Got the goose on the side, or not the goose, the swan for Schwann's. But it's a pretty nice car. I do like the next one that's coming up better, though. So I'm just gonna give you a quick look at this one. Pretty nice. But now here is the later season Schwann's car. This one's more colorful. It's got more blue on it. It's just all around a better car in my opinion. And I should touch up that, oh no, the supposed blue, I can't touch it up. That sucks. But I do have another one of these, so not too big of a deal. This is a really nice one. I got this one before I started collecting the 2004 cars as well. And then here is the other one I have. It's still in the box. I like this packaging though. It's really easy to display. So that's nice. Alright, next up is another one of my customs. This is probably my least favorite custom I've ever made. It's not very good, but it does the job. I'd probably eventually will replace the numbers. I'll find like a better number. Sorry for the noise, but here is my top 10. In 10th, I have the silver 20th anniversary of Hendrick Jeff Gordon. In 9th, I have the real tree Kevin Harvick. In 8th, the hat stripes Kasey Kahne. In 7th, I have the snap-on Kevin Harvick. In 6th, I have the Harlem Globetrotters Scott Riggs. Then in 4th or 5th, I have the Rainbow Warriors Jeff Gordon. 4th, I have the Mountain Dew Jeremy Mayfield. 3rd is the Ricky Craven Tide Ride. 2nd is the Kevin Harvick Icebreakers car. And 1st is the Kasey Kahne Mopar Dodge. Thank you. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It took a long time to film. I mean, I'm not going to really edit it down, so that's how long it took to film. Plus all the time I had to do to set up all the cars to get ready. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of them. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.